All right, we're getting ready to extract these carpets. We haven't extracted these in a while, and they had a whole bunch of pet accidents in the last few days. So
the truth is, we're using this because I don't want to clean up any of my other machinery. This is the easiest thing to clean up after.
Yeah, you just dump it down.
This place is pretty filthy.
Dump the water down the toilet, and you're
Plus,
finished.
a lot of people, we don't clean the rug doctors anymore, but a lot of people want to see us do it. So
we use them on certain jobs. If there's these carpets are still wet from a pet. They have a dog that goes to the bathroom every 10 minutes up here, and so there's urine and everything.
So people can have fun watching the rug doctor.
Yeah, it's fresh. Now there's some stains here in the living room that are permanent. They've been here for years, like right in there, and they're not going to come out. Some of their stains have been in these carpets for over 10 years. So I noticed he's got some Folex spot remover on the back porch, so he's been using that, and so some of these stains he may set them permanently. They have kind of weak electrical up here, so there's a chance that the machine's going to shut off abruptly because the electrical system can't handle it. We'll see what happens. There it goes.
As you can see, the rug doctor is amazing. The stuff that's coming out.
Yeah. But that's the problem. After a couple, 2 or 3 minutes, it finally warms up enough that it starts blowing the breaker in the
Well,
bath.
we'll get through this. But
that's the only outlet they got that's any good.
But the carpet's going to turn out amazing. The rug doctors work good. I mean, we don't use them all the time yet, but they're awesome cleaners.
Now we pre-sprayed the carpets. We never put soap in our machine.
We are only cleaning this with ammonia mixed with water. That's it. No soap.
Back over to this side.
But ammonia is real high in pH. But as it
breaks down.
Yeah. As it breaks down, it neutralizes completely down to neutral. It don't leave any soapy residue behind whatsoever.
I think a flea just bit me.
Probably.
We'll probably get about halfway through this living room and the breaker will blow again. There it goes.
Right.
Yeah, this was kind of a last minute thing. They always try to get you like the day before their inspection. They come knocking on the door.
We'll keep flipping the breaker. The results are going to be outstanding. You can see the stains are just gone. So one pass. If you use ammonia, it'll clean in one pass with the rug doctor.
Now it's nice to have a machine like this, even if you're a carpet cleaner and you have a truck mount. If it's the middle of the night and you have an accident in your home, let's say a kid throws up or you have a pet have an accident, you don't want to have to get all your hoses dragged in the house in the middle of the night and fire up the truck mount. It makes a ton of racket and wake up your neighbors.
If you show up here in the daytime, you want to drag a truck mount up here to do with a road doctor over there? I mean, you really want to pull all your hoses and stuff.
That thing just foamed up, so he sprayed it with something.
That's someone else sprayed it, not us.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
the stuff we use doesn't foam up. So. Yeah, he sprayed something on that spot.
You could be a truck mount cleaner and still use these. I mean, who wants to?
Well, that's the point I'm making.
Who wants to drag all their hoses up?
If you get called to a customer's house and they just got one little accident that happened, and let's say they live on a third floor apartment, you know, if you have a machine like this that's self-contained, you don't have to drag a big, huge portable
and that's
upstairs.
if you think you got to extract everything, which we don't.
Yeah.
But if you got to extract, why not get
But
one
these
of
are kind of nice. You just throw them in you can throw them in a car.
Yeah.
And if you need a machine to clean up a mess in the middle of the night, even at your own home, these things are very handy to use. And with the brush on the bottom, it does the scrubbing for you. So all you got to do is pre-treat and then extract.
And as you can see, it just takes the stuff right out.
Yep.
Like I have a truck mount come up there, he's not going to improve on what we've done at all. So that's for sure.
And if you use them right, if you adjust the handle properly and everything, they don't leave the carpet soaking wet.
They do not leave the carpet wet. This carpet will be dry in about 4 hours.
Yeah, if their air conditioner runs. Now we're not going to mess with that foamed up area because that's something they've done. And we already know that's a permanent stain that's never coming out. Don't knock the remote off. Oh, looky there, they got the 100 on DVD, the complete first season. Yeah, we watched that on Netflix. I don't know why. It's one of those shows that while you're watching it, you're like, why am I watching this? But you still get kind of hooked on the storyline.
Here, I'm going to get the edge of the...
Okay. Try to.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward in that tight area. Don't back up and knock the TV off.
No.
Now you also got to keep in mind, watch out, you're pulling your cord. Dude, you got your cord wrapped around you and you're pulling it out of the wall. You got to watch what side you put that cord on. Don't make me have to slap you around.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pause the video. I got to go get the baseball bat and give him a tune-up. While he finishes that, let me go see. Make sure that's... You did it again?
No, I did it.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to switch.
You're going to do this hallway?
Yeah, but I'm going to pull this cord up tight to the wall. But as you can see, if you want to use a rug doctor, they extract carpets. They're completely professional.
Well, the other thing that's nice about them, the vibrating brush, it doesn't have a rotary or a cylinder brush underneath. It's got a vibrating brush that goes back and forth, and it scrubs the carpets really well.
Come in here and actually do a walkthrough. In fact, let me...
Turn that off. That's nasty.
No, just
open the front door. It'll let light in.
Look, just show that.
Yeah, it looks okay. It's just
y'all saw the
this is a 20-year-old carpet, and it's always been abused by whoever's lived up here.
That don't really help.
And this people that currently live up here, they have a pet that goes to the bathroom constantly.
The carpets, I mean, they're clean.
Yeah.
And they cleaned on one pass with using ammonia for a pre-spray.
We need to get moving if you want to keep this video under 20 minutes.
Go. I'm doing the haul right now.
But what I was saying about the brush, you get a full width cleaning pass. You don't have a spot where the belt runs or the bearings on the ends of the machine. So you can see it's pretty much a full width pass. If he tries to hold it up against the wall tight enough, it'll get the filtration line too. Turn those 40-watt bulbs off so they're not competing on the same electrical circuit. But if we could barely get this to run up here, you can imagine what would happen if we brought a box extractor or a portable up here. There's no way we'd get it to run. So one of the things that's nice about a rub doctor too is you can use them in more places than most any other extractor. Don't knock those hangers off. So for around $400, you can get these things, and they come with the hose, so you can do your furniture and things like that. But they're actually a really good machine for the price, and they do have a platinum rating from the CRI, Carpet and Rug Institute. And you don't see all that. You don't see all that many other machines, not in this price range, that have a rating like that. So these are engineered well. The Rug Doctor Company was started by someone who knew all about
water in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
The Rug Doctor Company was started back in the 70s, and it was designed by people that know how to clean carpets. So it's not like they're outside the industry.
In all honesty, I don't know of one truck mount that's got a
Picking up a
platinum
lot of
rating.
one.
Maybe they do, but I've
well,
never heard of it.
there's some
If
that
there
can
are,
get
I've
it,
never
but
seen them.
It's also based on the method used to clean with. So a lot of times people take a machine or submit it for testing, but what happens is they run it according to the way they want to run it, and if they get bad results because their method isn't very good, then it affects the machine.
Drink your coffee black. There it is. Serve up a cup of that to somebody. Put a little cream and sugar in it.
That's what happens when you let your pets use the bathroom in the house.
Yeah. You better, yeah, we'll stop the
Put some
camera
water.
for a second while we fill the machine
Just
up.
fill it up real quick.
Then we'll continue on. You gonna keep the camera on?
Yeah.
We just gotta stay there 20 minutes.
Yeah, it won't be no problem.
Well, the truth is,
I'm not going to show the bedroom on camera.
We're not assaulting truck mounts, but this will do what you want a truck mount to do. And really, why would you want to drag a bunch of hoses up to a second or third floor?
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is kind of a niche machine. I mean, even if you have a truck mount, this is something you might want for certain jobs because you can use it in most places with the electrical system, where you may not be able to use a box
extractor. You can use it anytime you want. I mean, we're bonnet cleaners, so we use this on occasion. So if you're a truck cleaner, you could use this on occasion too, just like we do.
Yeah. Well, there's jobs where
there's occasions where it's perfect.
There's jobs where you basically want to have something you can use fast. Now the big difference between this and the big green machine from Bissell is the edge cleaning ability with this machine. You can clean all the way up to your edges if you want to. And
the green machine does not clean edges on either side of the machine.
No, if you watch some green machine videos, when you see them make a pass, the one problem you'll notice is that if the machine's a foot wide, it's making like a 9-inch pass to clean it with. And that's because there's bearings on either side. You got bearings on either side, on either outside edge, and then you got a belt, and you're going to have a cleaning gap from those. So what happens is you have to go back and fix those along the hallways, along walls. You're going to have to clean it with some other method because the machine just can't get up to the edge. And that's just a problem with any machine that has a roller instead of the vibrating brush. So when you factor in the full width cleaning and the platinum rating, because it does a really good job, and if you use it properly, it extracts most of the water. So the carpets dry pretty quickly, and it's a pretty good machine.
We've got hundreds or thousands of videos showing how good these things work.
It's hundreds.
You can't deny the proof when you see the video. You may not like it, but you can't deny it.
Well,
you don't have to love them.
Now we've made some videos on carpets that are impossible to get clean with any method, and every carpet cleaner knows about those carpets. You just aren't going to get them looking nice no matter what you do because the carpets are worn out and they got permanent stains in them. So whenever you see this machine look like it's not doing a great job, it's probably just the carpet, or we didn't mix up a good pre-spray. The machine itself is a great cleaner, and we've been using this one since 2011, and it's still going strong. It's never needed a repair.
Never.
Now there's some maintenance items you need to keep up with it. There's some screws on the back of the handle. On the bottom side back here, you got to make sure those stay tight. Because if you're rocking it back and forth like this,
put Loctite in them.
Yeah, you can put Loctite on those screws.
The brush is still brand new on this. It's brand new.
Yeah, the brush
they sell brushes you can buy, but you don't need them. The brushes never wear out.
Yeah, we got a new rug doctor that's barely ever been used, and the brush is the same as on this one, so the brush is not worn out very.
No, they don't wear out.
And we've never had to replace the brush motor, never had to replace the vac motor, never had any problems with the pump. Now we never run chemicals inside the machine, so
only water.
Yeah, so that helps the pump to last a long time.
If you run chemicals in your machine, you will tear up your pump.
If you live in an area with really hard water, you need to put some vinegar and water in your machine once in a while and run it through the pump to get those mineral deposits out.
And let me go look at the living room. What I do when I'm done cleaning this, I look for all the dirty areas that were bad before, and if I have extra water run out, instead of dumping the water out, I'll just run over the dirty areas. Anything I know is really dirty, I'll just re-clean it a little bit, and it runs the water out that way, and I know I'm doing a little extra cleaning, and it don't soak the carpets. It really don't soak the carpets if you just do it like we do it.
No, it's a balanced machine. If you use it properly, it doesn't put out more water than you can pick up. Of course, you can't get 100%, but you can get 90% if you run it properly.
Truck mount cleaners don't like this machine because you can take this machine out and compete with them. But the truth is, they may not like it, but it works. And it does compete with truck mounts. We beat out every truck mount operator in this city with this machine.
Well, there's a lot of guys, I've talked to a lot of carpet cleaners who have messaged me and everything, and they actually own these things. They keep them in their van, and they have them for those jobs where you need something that's self-contained and will run on most people's circuits. And that's the thing about these, they're engineered to work in conditions that other machines and other equipment won't work. So when someone knocks on our door or calls us in the middle of the night because they just had an accident in their house, this is all you need. You just go suck it up real quick.
Yeah. We don't own a truck mount, and we never will. You don't need one to clean carpet professionally. They're an unnecessary tool that you can buy if you want to, but you never need one.
Alright.
Oh, I'll do the pressure. But let me... Oh, hang on.
That's a stupid sales call.
Hello. You jerks. They've called us 4 times in 2 hours.
That's the 5th time.
Okay.
They started calling at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they've called every 20 to 25 minutes all day long now. And it's getting really, really old.
They're lucky I can't get my hands
This
on
small
their
phone that we've got, we can't block numbers. So if somebody's calling like that, you just gotta answer the phone, make sure it's not important.
I wish I could get an attorney and sue them. If I knew who they were, I would.
Nobody knows who they are.
Our attorney would go after them if we knew who they were. That is flat out harassment.
You can see the carpets are looking much better than when we started. And like he said, all we sprayed down, we have some ammonia and water mixed together. And that's the ammonia hydroxide. When you put them together, it actually does change it into a new compound. But that's all we sprayed on here was ammonia and water.
Ammonia and water.
And that, of course, is going to dissipate as it's exposed to air. And we're not going to leave any high pH residue in the carpet. It's going to go back to, there's the sound.
Oh, yeah, there's the sound I like. When you hear that rattling sound, don't push the button, you'll damage the pump. I don't know if y'all heard it, but if it starts rattling, it's out of water, and if you keep pushing the button,
you don't want to burn your
sure.
pump out. All right, he's just going to dump a little bit more water out. I'm not going to bother showing that. This is basically everything.
It's done.
I'll put a link in the video description if you guys want to go to Amazon. You can get one of these for, I'll put the Pet Pack one up because that comes with the hose and the upholstery tool and the hose, the accessory hose. It comes with a bunch of rug doctor chemicals. I wouldn't really recommend using those, but you know, it comes with them.
And see the strap. You guys, we don't fabricate the carpets. What you see is the reality that exists. You just saw us clean a dirty carpet. If the video's not too dark, you saw all the stains, and they came out on one pass. That's the truth of how these machines work.
Well, this particular carpet is like really beyond cleaning at this point. So if you can make it look good for a few days, then that's all you can hope for. Anyway, check the video description. I'll put a link for our Amazon influencer store there too. And we sell over 3,000 items, mostly cleaning related, in that store. So go check that out. And
these carpets will look good until these people decide to mess them up.
Well, they'll have their dog up here.
Oh yeah.
In a couple hours, and the first thing he'll do is squat down and use the toilet right in the middle of the living room.
Of course, that's what they do.
And there's only one time a month they bother to clean that up. So
there's some people who have dogs, and they've trained them that their home is the dog's toilet.
Yeah, well,
don't you allow that training to exist?
When people live in an upstairs apartment and they have a pet, they get tired of taking it down the stairs when it needs to go to the bathroom.
Who wants to go outside at 3 a.m.?
So they try the puppy pads, and that doesn't usually work for long.
That don't never work.
And so eventually what happens is they just let them go to the bathroom. They shouldn't, but they do. That's what's going to happen. So, anyway, I'm going to end the video here before we say too much more that's disgusting. But I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thanks for watching.
See, I told you one pass to do it.